Yep, Doug Maxellen, Gina Sakala,
Here.
John Ungary, Jonathan LeBlanc.
Yeah, John Ungar's here. I'm sorry, I was on mute.
I got you, John. Marie Peisner, Matt Despard, Scott Ryder, Tina LeBlanc,
Here.
Tim Neville,
Here.
and Bethany Olet.
Here. All right, thank you. Did everybody get a chance to review the minutes of our last meeting, January 13th?
Yes.
Are there any additions, deletions, corrections, issues? All right, can I have a motion to approve the minutes?
So moved. Tim.
Second, anybody?
Second, Tina LeBlanc.
Thank you. And all in favor?
Aye.
Any abstentions? All right, any against? All right, unanimous. Number 4 on the agenda, special guest, there is none. I apologize if I go fast. I do want to make sure we get the important part done. 5, unfinished business. So we're going to talk about the Eli Whitney Hazardville Memorial partial roofs. Bids came in, so I'm going to turn this over to Chris Cycli so he can go over them. And then we will probably do a motion to accept one of the bids. So Chris, take it over.
Okay, perfect, thank you. Either Gina or Donald, would either one of you mind sharing the spreadsheet that I sent to you for, well, I guess we'll start with Eli Whitney. Could you share your screen and pull that up?
Yeah, hold on a second.
And then I can walk the committee through it. So while Donald's doing that, we had 5 actually responses for Eli Whitney. We have five contractors. There is a low bidder, and the base bid is under the total project cost. So we are able to move forward with the base bid based on the low bidder, which I'll explain in a minute. Perfect.
Chris, it's on the screen, Chris.
Yep, I see it. Okay, so you'll see if you look at the 5 columns to the right, those are the low bidders, or I'm sorry, not the low bidders, the bidders that responded. So we have Commercial Roofing, Young Developers, Imperial Companies, Greenwood Industries, and Silktown. Of those, I highlighted in blue Silktown being the low bidder. Their base bid value was $1,118,000. If you go all the way back to the left, in the highlighted blue columns, our base bid estimate for construction was $1,324,040. That is, I just want to point out that that's the construction base bid. There's $20,000 on top of that are for the professional fees, which would include the architect and myself. But for all intents and purposes for awarding this, we're looking at the construction estimate. So we are under the estimate by $205,240. We did meet with Silktown on last Friday. They have a good understanding of the project. They've done other work in town and are very qualified. So we feel very comfortable in moving forward with Silktown. Now, if you go back to the 3 columns there in the middle that are highlighted, you'll see the 2 ad alternates for the 2 additional sections of roof. We did that because we knew that we were going to be we knew that we weren't going to be able to afford the entire roof. So we broke out these alternates. So alternate 1, the estimate was $320,000.
Is now joining.
And the base bid came in at, or the low bid came in at $213,000. So we, in fact, we have enough to be able to do the base bid plus alternate one. I believe, Donald, I'm not sure if we could, if there's room for that overage, or if we can't do the alternate until we have more money. But we are very close on that one. And then alternate two for the last section of roof, the estimate was 264,000. The low bid came in at 207,000. So in total, if we were to only do the base bid for 1,118,000, we would need an additional 214,760 to complete the entire roof. Now, I understand that process for additional funding.
Could everybody not speaking, just, can you mute, please? That'd be great.
Right, I hear that, yeah, that thud noise. I understand the process for the additional money would now enter the budget process. And then we'd be able to move forward if those were approved.
That's correct. Chris, we would have to enter that through the CIP process or through budget. That would be at the will of the council, again, to try to figure out how to come up with that shortage, the 214,000 there, to do that. But right now, we do have enough to award the base bid, and even alternate one for a little shy. I could take that I could take that from another account, and we'll be fine. It's only a few thousand, but that still leaves the entirety of alternate two unfunded. So
right, so that's 207,000, right?
Yep.
So yeah, Donald and I talked briefly prior, and what we would need to do at the end is just kind of figure out where we're going to appropriate, because we can't appropriate any more money this year. So if we're going to do it out of CIP, or if we'll do it budget time and appropriate it like whatever, July 4th or July 5th or whatever that first day is of the new fiscal year.
Right.
So anything else on this, Chris, before I open it up to any questions?
I don't have anything else on this, no.
Do you want to do both and then open them up for questions, or do you want to do one at a time?
That's entirely up to you. We can run through the other spreadsheet. It's
Yeah,
set
why
up
don't we just do
exactly
both?
the same.
I think it's,
Okay.
yeah, it's the same thing.
Sure. Yep. Same spreadsheet, and actually same contractor that was low.
All right, everybody see that?
All right. So again, we have 5 bidders: Commercial, Young, Imperial, Greenwood, and Silktown. On the far right, highlighted in blue, right, is Silktown. They were low. Their low bid is $1 million. Trying to read it. $1,324,600. We are just under that. Actually, I'm sorry. We are just over that by $560, which, again, I believe, Donald, is something you could take from another account to cover that small difference.
Yes.
So then, with that being said, for Hazardville, we would only be able to do the base. We would not be able to do the alternate section of roof, which is $203,600, which was Silktown's low bid amount for the alternate.
So Gina, what I was telling you before, this 204,160 plus the 214,760
is now exiting.
That's what we're short on, that with those two sums together.
Right.
Right. Okay. And for those people who were new, this was not included in the
roof referendum.
The rooferendum, because we wanted to continue to make sure we could do roofs in the meantime. And on the off chance that it didn't pass, at least we had things in the pipeline. So these will be ones that we'll continue to work on, and then the roof-addendum roofs will sort of be its own path and project. Okay, Donald, did you have anything to add on these?
No, again, when we're ready to go, again, we will award the base bid, if this is acceptable to the committee, and we'll move forward. So, again, we'll have to revisit that other funding portion. And again, Gina, I said, I'll bring it up, like you said, with either Alan, or we'll figure out a way. And if it's the will of the council, then that'd be great, and we'll get it cooking.
Right.
Right.
I can imagine that we're gonna be able to fund it as soon as possible. Okay.
If I could just clarify too with the alternates, in speaking with Silktown during our scope review, they are comfortable with getting an approval at a later date for those alternates and still being able to complete the roof this summer. So obviously the
Great.
sooner the better, so that they can procure the material. But they felt confident that that could still be achieved.
Perfect. Okay.
Great.
Anybody have any questions for either Chris or myself or Donald regarding these bids? No? Okay. Hearing
No.
none, does somebody want to make a motion to approve the lowest bid on the Eli Whitney project? And that would be Silktown? Anybody?
I will, Tim. So moved.
Thanks. A second?
Second.
Oh, thank you, John. Any discussion? No? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Perfect. Unanimous.
Excellent.
And same thing, we want to do, does somebody want to make a motion to accept Silktown's bid as the lowest bidder for the Hazardville Memorial Roof?
So
Motion.
moved, Tim.
Tina LeBlanc.
All right, so we have
Sec-
Tina made the motion, Tim seconded. Any other discussion? All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Perfect. All right, so they're both unanimous.
I apologize. Can we just go back to Eli Whitney? And the motion is for the base bid plus the alternate. I don't believe that was included in there.
Okay, you want it. Right. So do you
I just
need-
want, I want the motions to be, and I apologize, I should have caught this before. The motions to be specific in that we're approving Silktown
Base.
for the base bid plus the alternate. Right, and then for Hazardville is the base bid only. I apologize.
Okay,
I'll change my, my motion to include the base plus the alternate for, Eli Whitney.
for Eli Whitney.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, so Tim has now made a motion to accept the base bid plus the alternate for Eli Whitney. And John, do you still second that?
Alternate
yes.
one.
Alternate one, yes.
Yes.
All right. Perfect, thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Perfect, that's still unanimous. And then the other one, we just did the base. So do you need it done
Correct.
again?
No, just specific that it was for the base bid was for the scope of work, not the alternate.
Okay, Tina, do you want
this-
to
at
make
this
that
time.
motion again?
So make a motion to, what is it, Chris?
That to approve
base.
the Silktown base bid without the alternates.
Correct.
Right, to approve the Basetown base bid without the alternates. That's my motion
The Hazardville Memorial.
That's for Hazardville.
for
Memorial.
Hazardville Memorial. Yep,
Right.
sorry.
And I got my second in there too.
Okay, thank you, Tim. All right, Tim seconding that. Any discussion? All right, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Perfect. All right, that passed a second time.
Great.
Or for real, whatever you want to say.
Right.
All right, so, anything else that you want to talk about as far as these roofs right now? I mean, you're gonna go back to them, with what you need to do, and then you'll come back and kind of give us an update as needed on it?
Yes, yeah. So I'll notify them tonight that they've been selected. I'll work with Don to get the POs going, get contracts going with them, and then we'll have a kickoff meeting and, yeah, I'll update as needed. And,
Perfect.
just, with the anticipation of construction starting when school's out. The last day of school right now is June 17th, 18th? I'm not sure.
Oh, my birthday,
Which?
the 18th. Oh, you're gonna write it down? June 18th for everybody who's listening.
I think Siri just put that in my calendar.
Okay, so,
17th. So it's
anticipated
either the 17th or
construction.
the 20th.
I just want to say, I'm looking at the calendar and the 18th is a Saturday.
Okay.
So
Are we on the
What's
20th
the last
now,
day of school?
Tina, or is it still the 17th? That was the last day of school? I'm not sure what snow days. I thought we moved to the
yeah,
20th.
I thought we
Trying
were
to
pushed to
remember.
Monday, the 20th, because the kids are all bummed out about it.
yeah, but I think it isn't Juneteenth the 20th, or is it going to be recognized as a federal holiday now?
I don't know.
I think it is
So I'm
now.
not. Yeah, so I'm not sure what's going to happen with that. So
Either way,
so it's around
thereabouts.
that day. Yeah,
Right,
the kids will
give
be
or
out the
take.
week of the 20th. Yeah,
Right.
the kids will be out the week of the 20th.
We will have,
Okay,
we'll
perfect.
work to have everything set up so that they can start as soon as they can.
Okay, awesome. Anything else, Chris?
That's all I have for tonight. There's no change on
Awesome.
Barnard phases 1, 2, or 3.
Okay, good, because I didn't
For
put it on there.
Clarity. Good.
All right, so moving right along, the next one under unfinished business is the transfer station. I just wanted to give you guys all an update that when we last met, we talked about using, and Donald and I and John Wilcox had talked about using the sinking fund to fund the rest of the transfer station. The town council did unanimously almost approve that at our town council meeting on Monday. So that transfer station project is now fully funded, which is wonderful.
Fantastic,
So,
fantastic. It's a long time coming. It's
I
great.
know. It is great. So Donald, I don't know if you have any update besides that on
No.
this transfer station, but
Yeah, the contractor did extend his bid. I awarded it the other day, and the award letters and all that whole process now starts to, once the award letter goes, like I said, we got to get the insurances, and that contractor is really quick with it. So as soon as we get that in, cut a PO, it doesn't take very long at all. So we should be all set.
perfect. So hopefully we'll be able to start that as soon as possible. So any questions, comments on the transfer station? Perfect. New business, I really just put roofs on there for an update. Really don't have one. I know council is talking about the possibility of the public safety complex being a referendum again. I don't know if that's going to fly or not. So honestly, I don't know what Donald, you or Chris would need from us as a committee as far as the referendum roofs go and starting that.
Yeah,
We-
we have that RFP out for all the, for design and all that kind of stuff like that. It opens up on the 24th. So once that gets done, then we'll be able to award that, then things are going to start flying, things will start moving quick with that. But there's still going to be just at least another month to 2 months of downtime before things really start ramping up with that. So.
Perfect. All right. So we'll sort of just be in touch and you can let us know when there's an
Yep.
update and we'll put it back on agenda. All right, so moving along, joint facilities communications is number 7. I know Scott's not here, so we're kind of just going to move on unless anybody has communication news that they want to share. Okay, great. Committee comments. Anybody have anything? Wow, this is pretty cool. Either you guys are over it or everybody wants to get to Enfield High. All right, next meeting date. So when do you think you need us back then, Chris? Or Donald? Is there no rush now that we got these bids accepted or that we voted on them?
There is no rush now. I really
Okay.
don't, I won't have any, there won't be any need for any approval or anything. It's really just more of an update as we go along.
Okay,
Gina, we will need to
So-
discuss that one for March 10th that I talked to you about, that I emailed you about before. So it's a little complex thing. It's quite, it's a little involved and I, you know, it should be shared with the committee. So,
yeah, perfect. So we're gonna put that on the agenda for the March 10th. So what I had originally thought is that we don't really need to meet twice a month unless we have pressing business that we need to take care of. So I don't know if we have to do a motion to cancel the next meeting because I don't know that we're obligated to have meetings every 2 weeks. Tina, right? You're shaking your head. I don't think we do, right? Okay. So at this
don't
point,
think
next
so,
meeting's
Tina.
gonna, you what?
I think we just determine the next meeting date. I don't think we have to cancel.
Okay.
just call the
So
next, that's all.
Yeah. Next meeting date is going to be March 10th, 2022. And at this point, I do not know if it's going to be virtual or in person. Just stay tuned for that. And I'll entertain a motion to adjourn. Thank you guys very much for letting me fly through all that and for everyone being here. That way we could get the bids done. And now we can all go to Enfield High.
Good luck with that
Excellent.
tonight.
Thanks.
Don't be too
Thanks.
sad.
All right. Who wants to do a motion?
Motion to adjourn.
Motion. Oh, I'll
Second.
second that, John.
Perfect. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, good. All right. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Have a good night.
Thanks.